this very long episode, I will show you the modifications I have made to my track. Stick around. Hi, and welcome to a new episode. Today I will be modifying some of the track because I've learned over the time I've been using this layout that the way things aren't exactly right. When I started my layout, I had zero experience. We don't have trains on Malta, so I wouldn't know what to look for, and I just went along with what I thought was right. But experience teaches us, and I'm going to do something about it. My layout has a dual track, and obviously the one on the left goes in that direction, the one on the right comes back. Same there, same everywhere. And my major problem here is that this point here that comes down here feeds all my yards. Around here, the fuel station comes around here, another yard comes around here into my engine shed area. Now, let me turn back. The problem is getting in and out of here. Getting in here for trains traveling on this line going that direction is easy. They just turn in. Getting out, they reverse onto the main line. I don't like that. And for the other line, it's even worse, because coming in, they don't have access to this line unless they come all the way here, around here, and we meet. We need some light. And we meet this famous junction here. So, with these double slips, I can go from one lane to the other, from one direction onto the other one in the incorrect direction. And I really don't like that. So when the trains come down here wanting to go to the yards, they cross over here, come into this lane, and back up all the way around here into the siding. And once I'm here, that's okay, that's not a problem. But getting here is a problem. The same with getting back out again. For a train to exit here to go to the opposite side, it will have to come forward here, up here, into the wrong line, travel in the incorrect direction all the way here, and cross over here onto the correct lane. I mean, when I drive manually, I do that. It doesn't feel right, and I don't like it. But when I'm driving automatic, there's a huge clash of traffic wanting to come down this line or here, unable to because a train is coming out from the sidings, from the yards that wants to use this line here. So anyway, it's not right, it's incorrect, I don't like it, and it's time I did something about it. There was a time I was thinking of changing this area here, having more crossovers and points to cross over here in both directions. But the problem is that between that tunnel and this tunnel, there isn't enough length. And I was going to end up here with a huge junction of points, crossovers, and double slips and what have you, and it was going to become a bit too complicated. So I came up with a different solution. Not the best, but it's practical at least it works. And this is what I've come up with. I'm going to put the phone down and put it on the stand so I can show you. So the solution I've come up with is this. Let me remove this first and put it away somewhere safe. Okay. I'm going to install two curved points here, like this, and like this, there. I would have loved to move them closer underneath the village, out of sight, to make it more realistic, but unfortunately the curve doesn't permit. The curve is quite tight there. The points aren't exactly that radius, so the best place I could fit them on the existing track without changing the position of the tunnel portal is there. Well, anyway, so the idea is this. I'm going to pick the phone up again. A train can come out from here, travel down here, cross over to the other side, instead of going all the way around the layout and using the double strips there. I have blocks set up here, 1 and 2, but I will have to modify these. In fact, this I will eliminate. I will make this track, this little track here, a part of the point. I will eliminate this block here. I will make this track a part of that point. So on the way out, if there is traffic down here only, will I try and stop me from sending a train out? Because if this is clear here, then all it has to do is just send it out here, and it will only use that side. That's the idea. So once I do this, I believe I would have solved a lot of these issues. It's still, the fact remains that for trains on that line, we'll have to reverse here, and it's a lot better than what I had before, or what I have right now. But there's another part of the plan. I want to repeat this here, these 2 points under this village here. So traffic coming on the far lane in this direction will cross over to the side, come through this point here. I will add another point here, branch off into this line here, another point here. So this way, traffic coming from that side will go forward, will remain forward, cross over to this line, right across onto this siding here, onto the new point, and it's in the yard area. The same as that. The traffic coming from the close side, meaning traffic going this way on this line, will simply take a left here and they're in the yard area. So this way, when I do both of them, traffic in both directions never need to reverse, because now, when this is ready, traffic will come in here. I don't mind reversing in here, these are sidings. To exit, it does not need to go up here. To exit, it can go from the new siding onto the same line, and it keeps going. The same with traffic coming from the far line, will cross over here, do what it needs to do down here in the yard. On the way out, it will come out from here, crossover on the new points, and it's on the correct line, always in the forward direction, no more reversing. So that, for me, is a big win. As a bonus, I don't know if I'll ever need this, but anyway, sometimes these 4 lines here at the station are occupied. Sometimes I park stuff there, or sometimes, I have the DMUs, they stop on the far side and here. And the long coaches stop here. Sometimes they're all there at the same time. And there are trains wanting to pass. So in any direction, trains can pass from this new line that I'm going to create here and out again in any direction. And it'll be like a bypass should the whole station be busy at the same time. Anyway, that is the idea I have. That's in theory. Now, to put it to practice. It's not going to be easy, lots of work, but I'm going to start. Okay, the points are in place. It's all glued down and dry. This is the next morning. And what's next is the point motors and wiring the tracks up and setting the correct features on iTrain to be able to use these points. I'll give this a run. Once it's all done, I'll show it to you, and then I will move on to the next set of points. Until then. Okay, so I've moved over to the other side of the layout where these 2 points will be installed. This will be exactly the same as the other side, the one I just finished. Just a matter of these will be turning right instead of left. I'll get started on this and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, as you can see, I've finished the work. I've even painted the track. It's still wet. And tomorrow I'll just clean the surface of the rails. I even put the village back in its place. Points are working, all wired up. I've run a few trains to try it out. So this part is done for now. So the next step will be the point here and the crossing here instead of this point here. Until then. Okay, so I've cut out the track there and inserted the new point, which will be down here and somewhere this way anyway. This is the other point I removed from here, and I've installed a double slip instead of it. So that point there will meet up with this double slip here. And this double slip on this side will join with this. I'll bend it back. And obviously this will be extended to here. So I have to add a point motor here and the point motor here, the last 2. Brings a total of 65, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'm going to continue and show you the progress later on. Okay, I'm done. I've done all the track. It's glued, added the new cork here, and it's all glued down. Again, I screwed everything down until the glue dries, and then I remove the screws. You know, I'm going to admit this the first time. If there's one thing I hate more than ballasting, is filling in the sleepers here, these gaps in between the points and whatever. I find that a real pain. And it keeps, stopping me from progressing. But anyway, you can get a clearer picture now as what I am planning all this for. This was the line that goes that way, and it would have normally gone this way, and it stayed on that side of the layout, on the inner side of the layout. But now the trains can cross over to this side, come down here through the new point. Oh, by the way, I'm clever, eh? This is a new point. I recycled the one I removed instead of the double slip. I'll save that for the next project. whatever that may be. Anyway, it comes down here onto the new track I created here. And once you're in here, then you have access to the all the yards and what have you down here, which normally you would have had to reverse into all the way from the other side of the layout. That was the intention. And on the way out here, but now you can go from anywhere in here, follow this line, out there, onto the main line, cross over, excuse me, there's some rubbish in the way, I can't reach far, cross over to the other side, and you're in the right direction. So this way, there will be no reversing on the main line anymore, and trains fighting for priority. So hopefully we'll get a smoother run and less, there's a word for it, can't come to mind at the moment. Anyway, less, forgot. Anyway, let me finish all this. I'm going to let it dry overnight now and wire it up, install the point motors, and when I'm done, I'll show you a running session using this new method. Until then. Yes, I remember the word. Congestion. There'll be a lot less of that with the way I did things now. Until then. Okay, it's all done. All wired. Just some painting of the tracks, that's all that's left. But now I'm going to show you these two DMUs going around on their daily route. You see, they start up here in the morning. This is where they spend the night. Those two sidings are dedicated for them. And they leave their sidings and they go to the refueling station. Let me get that started. Okay, first the one on the inside comes out and makes its way to the refueling station. After a delay of, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.5 minutes, the second one sets off. Let's follow this one for now. I have restricted the speed here to 20 kilometers an hour on all these tracks to make it a bit more realistic. Now, for my sanity, I put a bit of white tape, it's a white dot actually, on the front part here of these DMUs. This way I know. When I look at one of the DMUs, I know which direction it is supposed to be traveling at. So at the moment, this one will be reversing. And here comes the second one. It's gonna have to wait until this clears. And we'll soon see it on your screen. You're going to see the white tape. That's the back. And there it is, and that's the front. So the other one on its way here will have a white dot at the back. There it comes. This is the first one I bought. Somehow it became very smooth. I don't even hear it moving, but the other one's very noisy. This one used to be the same, but there's the white dot. Look, same routine. It will go there. I like the way they bounce on the points. Now before the other one leaves the refueling station. That one will find its way on the other side of the pumps. So far, what you are seeing has nothing, not much anyway, to do with the modification I made, but you need to understand why I did this, so I have to show it to you. So any moment now, there you are, the points have changed. The other one is about to leave. There you are, it's fueled up. Normally the delays are longer, but I made them short for this video. I mean, this video is long enough as it is. So we're up here, and this one will keep going straight out, straight into the tunnel. But now I'm going to pick up the camera and follow it to show you exactly what's happening. Okay, so to go through the tunnel, out this end, and here it will cross over on the new points to the opposite lane in the correct direction of travel. Now once it passes this point here, it will detect that it's on a clear track and pick up speed. And it's off. Now we're going to follow this one. This one will have to, this is reversing at the moment, it will have to go through the siding on the right. Stop there somewhere, and it will change direction to go across the double slip, and there you go, onto the new track here. It is going in the forward direction. Look at the dot on the roof. Again, I'm going to pick the phone up and follow it. Into the tunnel, and this one is already on the correct line in the correct direction. So here it will stick closer here onto this track. Going to pick up speed now. And we're off. This will go to the main station where the other one is. That's where they load their first passengers in the morning. We can follow it around. Oops. Slowing down as it approaches the station. And it's going to stop here to load passengers. The other one, as you can see, is on the other side. And no, it didn't stop. It decided there were no passengers to load, so that's it. So now I'm going to show you them going back into their sidings. Until then. Okay, it's coming in to the yard area through the tunnel, slowly crawling over the points. Taking the side, the curve on that point. Past the fuel depot. I found out why it didn't stop at the station. I forgot to put the delay in. And it wouldn't, I believe this one is the closest siding. And stop in time without hitting the buffer. Ooh, just missed. Perfect. Now for the other one. Here comes the other one, and this one is going to cross over on the points from the far main line onto the closer one. Here it comes now. There's a bit of a bump there. Oh, there you are. And it will come out on the closer track of this tunnel onto the first point, onto the second point, and now we're on the new siding inside the yard area. So here there's no problem with it reversing. Now it will go to the right, bouncing over that double slip. Going to reverse now, all the way into its siding for the night. So this way I've eliminated all the reversing and all the trains passing on the wrong lane, on the wrong line, sorry. And this way I've eliminated a lot of congestion that I had before with the trains trying to exit from the yard, while some trains are trying to come down from the upper level. Move the camera a bit so you can see this parking properly. Hopefully it stops before hitting the buffer. Oh, come on, be nice. Perfect. Then pick the camera up and show you where it stopped. Both of them. Okay. This was just and the other one is that's good. I got focus. There. Good. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. I know this is a very long video. I'm sorry if you're still here. Okay. Have a nice day. Until the next one. And Happy New Year, by the way.